morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, January 10th, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. There was a big earthquake that struck on the Celebes Sea off southern Philippines earlier today. It was a 7.3 earthquake, which is a fairly good-sized quake. However, fortunately, it struck far too deep to cause any damage or casualties or to generate a tsunami. Filipino authorities say the quake was 138 miles southeast of Sulu province. It was slightly felt in the southern city of General Santos. Some tremors were also felt in various parts of the east coast of the country as well. The Filipinos say that the quake comes 5 days after a smaller 4.7 magnitude tremor hit the same area. The Florida Department of Insurance is saying that reported insurance or reinsurance claims from damage suffered in the state of Florida due to Hurricane Matthew have increased now by another 10%. This brings them up to $803 million. At the beginning of December, the office said that claims had reached $729 million, so it was a 10% increase. There remain 17,700 claims still open, so there's a potential that the increase is going to continue to go up, which is what increases do. Residential homeowner property claims continue to make up the majority of the loss, with about 97,900 filed so far. As we mentioned, there's about 17,000 still open. According to the Royal Bank of Canada, reinsurance industry returns need to fall to as low as 5% before there's any significant stimulus to cause pricing to move upwards. Reinsurance pricing has been dipping now for 5 years, with further declines seen at the 1/1 renewals. Reports indicate that prices dropped by between 3 and 12% in January. Reinsurers have been seeing their equity returns slip steadily, but according to Royal Bank of Canada, the returns need to slip even more before pressure generates to increase prices. According to Royal Bank of Canada, rate reductions are due to the continuing high level of industry capital. For prices to materially move upwards, return to the industry will need to fall below 5%. We need to see a significant event to increase claims in order to perhaps affect the returns. The UK Meteorological Office is saying that temperatures across Britain are predicted to fall this week, bringing the possibility of snow to most of the island. A cold front will reach Scotland and Northern Ireland tomorrow and hit the rest of the UK on Thursday, causing temperatures to plummet. The Met Office has issued a yellow "Be Aware" warning for most of the United Kingdom for snow. This comes as icy temperatures across Europe have left more than 20 people dead. 10 people died in Poland as a result of the cold, and in Russia, temperatures have plummeted to below 30 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather center that's threatening the UK, however, is coming from the northwest. It's not connected to the weather system pummeling Europe. Cuba and the United States have signed an accord on preventing and cleaning up oil spills in the Gulf of Mexico and the Florida Straits. Monday's agreement is another step in the Obama administration's effort to solidify normalization with Cuba before President-elect Trump takes over a week from Friday. The agreement calls on both countries to establish a bilateral operations plan in the event of a spill or other pollution in the waters that they share. The Cuban and American Coast Guard already cooperate over migration and drug enforcement in the Caribbean. Here's an interesting story. President Xi Jinping of China is going to become the first Chinese head of state to attend the World Economic Forum in Davos. This year's forum is expected to be dominated by debate over public anger with globalization and the coming presidency of Trump, who won the White House in part with promises to pull the United States out of international trade deals and hike tariffs against China and Mexico. The Davos Forum, which runs from the 17th to the 20th of January, is going to see China present itself as a champion of globalization. Other global leaders, including regulars such as German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, will not attend the event this year. Trump will take office just before the event, but some members of his team are expected to be in Davos. President Xi led a forum of Asia-Pacific leaders to Peru in November, vowing to fight protectionism, just days after Trump won the election. So interestingly enough, a country, Red China, which had been cut off from the world since 1949 to 1972 when President Nixon went there, has now emerged as a force for ongoing economic globalization in the world. That's the news. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.